Newcastle United have been told they could spend up to £200 million on signings this summer. The Toon have faced PSR concerns in the past, as only last summer they were forced to sell Elliot Anderson and Yankuba Minte to avoid breaching rules. The club are in a better PSR position this summer, as manager Eddie Howe has already tabled bids for James Trafford, Anthony Elanga, and Joao Pedro, who is now said to join Chelsea. Howe has also described Atalanta defender Giorgio Scalvini as his dream signing and wants to tie down striker Alexander Isak to a new contract. Chronicle Live journalist Lee Ryder has claimed Newcastle could have £200 million transfer fund this summer for new arrivals. Explaining how he reached the figure of £200 million, Ryder said, "If you cobble together bids so far, £50 million for Pedro, £50 million for Elanga and £27 million for Trafford, it feels like we are talking of a spending pot of around £150 million. Whether the second half of the window is used to offload one or two players or those sales come earlier is up for debate. But I think they have to come at some point. And certainly if Newcastle don't spend between £150 million and £200 million, and it's much less in the end, that is also a big story this summer." Newcastle could be on for a big summer of spending, but have been warned that bringing in major signings may lead to the departure of one or two players. The club will need to manage their books effectively again to ensure they go into next season as strong as possible. The Toon will be fighting on all four fronts next season after qualifying for the Champions League. Howe, based on his activity so far, is keen to add a goalkeeper, defender, winger and striker to his ranks. Negotiations continued to be had with Burnley over Trafford, in a move which could fall through due to a difference in valuations for the goalkeeper. Tough negotiations are also to be had with Nottingham Forest over Elanga, a player they are desperate to keep as they set out on their own European journey next season. Young promising Italian defender Scalvini will also not come cheap, and Howe looks to have already missed out on Pedro. It remains to be seen which players could depart, but Harvey Barnes has been linked with a move away. If Scalvini was to arrive, then the club may look to sell a defender like Jamal Lascelles or Fabian Schär, who are both in their 30s. After winning their first trophy in over 70 years last season, the club will be desperate to add more silverware next season, and Newcastle could are starting to show plenty of ambition this summer.